Let's keep with this technology focus now as we introduce our next speaker, Jörg Schipp, Global Account Manager Logistics at Johnson Controls. Today, sustainable supply chains prioritize transparency, responsible practices, risk mitigation, collaboration, and employee well-being. By integrating these principles into their operations, companies can create more secure and resilient supply chains that not only contribute to a sustainable future, but also protect against various security risks and disruptions. To discuss how new technologies are impacting a secure and sustainable world, we are delighted to welcome Jörg into our studio here in Germany. Jörg, welcome. We're really looking forward to your presentation. Thank you for being here, and over to you.
Hello, everybody. We heard the words today, tomorrow, but before talking about the road ahead, before talking about how our future could look like and will most probably look like, I'd like to take you back on a trip back in time to the year 2015. There was a TAPA conference going on in Munich in this year, and that was also about technologies, about how our world could look like. And I'd like to show you some images and just think about what we are seeing now. So that was yesterday. That was 2015. Our predictions, that were Al Gore's predictions in 2013. So that was yesterday again. How are we today? Where are we today? Today, 2023, we have got 5 years more until 2028. So what became true? What's true? What is already on our world? Globalization. We identify globalization as, excuse me, We identified globalization as one of the key challenges. So coping with the global world, making sure that we are compliant with global requirements. And hand in hand with that goes security challenges. So how do we make sure that our security systems are following the patterns? How do we make sure that our security is up to date? And again, when we talk about globalization and security challenges, it comes to cost pressure. And I don't have to say more about this. We're all having cost pressures. It becomes more and more cost effective. The pressure to become cost effective is there. And worldwide threats. I mean, 2020, 2023 has been a decade of worldwide threats, wars, demolition on world. So this is something which we already identified and we already kind of feared in these years. So the most dramatic threats and the most challenging ones are those two. It's organized crime, it's security challenges, and it's also the climate crisis, geopolitical tensions. So these are the ones, and how can we talk about future and how can we kind of use artificial intelligence to fight this back?
The AI revolution in physical security is changing the way that businesses and organizations protect their assets, people, and property. With the advancement of artificial intelligence and machine learning, security systems are becoming smarter, more efficient, and more effective at detecting and preventing security breaches. With the ability to process large amounts of data quickly and accurately, reduce false alarms, detect patterns and anomalies, and be customized and configured to meet specific needs, AI is providing organizations with a new level of security that was previously unimaginable. In addition to these benefits, AI can also improve the scalability and flexibility of security systems. This enables businesses to scale their security systems up or down as needed, making it easier to adapt to changing security needs. As AI continues to advance, it will be interesting to see how it will continue to shape the future of physical security.
So from risk to resilience, how is artificial intelligence helping us to transform security? We've got 5 key aspects, a lot more aspects to talk about, but let's focus on 5 key aspects. Early warning systems, so artificial intelligence can help us with predictive maintenances. It will recognize weaknesses and patterns to be modified. Predictive analytics, give you an example, if your barcoding system gets weaker and the quality of images will get weaker, artificial intelligence can help you to predict the maintenance and the temperance of maintenance. Crisis management and responses. Artificial intelligence is able to support us with crisis management, responsiveness, adapting the layers of your security when it's needed. When do we need a higher layer of security against a lower one? Different zones to be modified. And obviously then enhancing the surveillance and security. So it really enhances the way we look at it. And last but not least, climate change mitigation. Security and sustainability, and that's my belief, will go hand in hand. Sustainability will become a very, very important topic for us. And my belief is that this will become also a security issue. Safety, security will become more and more important, and we need to take care of our planet. Just recall what Al Gore predicted in 2013, and I think the way we are living today is proving that already. So a secure and more sustainable future, I think that's really key for our planet. That's really key for the next generations. And I think it's our responsibility, by protecting all global assets, by living sustainable world, by decarbonization and decarbonizing the supply chain, and also managing rising costs. I think these 4 key aspects are our responsibility to really make sure we're handing over a safe, secure and sustainable planet to the next generations. And let me give you a couple of examples how we at Johnson Controls think about it and how we live that.
Overall for us, what's a smart building? It's a building that's intelligent, that's connected, that all the in-building systems coherently integrate in ways that bring more value to the owner, occupiers and users of buildings. Johnson Controls is the world's leading building technology company, and we supply products and services that make buildings more secure, more sustainable, more productive, and we help owners, occupiers and tenants of buildings get the most out of their built environment. The security needs of buildings and cities are changing rapidly, and so that means things like extreme weather events that can impact you, insider threat, crime, terror, social media. We have to come up with solutions that protect enterprises from those risks and threats. And that's really enabled by digital transformation. It's enabled by cloud technology. It's enabled by machine learning and AI capability that didn't exist before, but now you need it to deal with the volume of information that you ingest. And those are the solutions that Johnson Controls are bringing to our clients, because we understand intimately what's inside a building, all the technologies that can be deployed, how to find them, where they are, how they're performing, and then what are the protections that you layer on top of those to make sure no bad actor can access those systems and give bad commands and controls to those that are outside of what you want to have those systems do. The intelligence and the in-building equipment is in our portfolio, and this building is a great example of all of that in one space that we can bring customers to and show. So it's got our intrusion security, our access control, our CCTV, our fire detection, our fire suppression systems. So we integrate all those different systems into one central management system, Johnson Controls Enterprise Management, that manages the entire building. Our security system here, we've integrated with the destination control lift system. So as you badge in through our access control system, that informs us that you're here and you're in the building, you've arrived, and we know who you're going to visit. And so the lifts then take over and they'll deliver you security to that destination only, and they'll do that in the lowest energy way that we can do.
So if you have a breach in some part of your security posture, knowing where the gap is the first most important thing. There's a big gap in industry today where there isn't an inventory, a digital inventory of all of the different parts of your security portfolio. So that really is a first step to understand where all of the parts are, know what the status of it is, and also too its vulnerability to cyber threat. So in Johnson Controls we have assurance services, and that allows you to be able to digitize all of the inventory for your security portfolio. In there you'll be able to determine your monitoring capabilities of your assets in your security portfolio and observe for any degradation of any of those assets.
And so what you see on the screen here is we can give you an enterprise view. So we start at a world view, where are all your buildings and your assets? And then we can zoom into any particular asset. In this case, we'll zoom into a building in Cork in Ireland. So if you imagine a digital twin of a building, what does that mean? Well, it means there are, literally hundreds of thousands of components and things and systems and electronics within a building. And so we're able to bring that digital twin, that view, to life on a screen like this, where you see the building, but then if you want to understand the layers and things within a building, here you see exploding out into all the things that are contained within the building. And again, that's what helps us to manage the life cycle of your building post-construction. And that's hugely empowering for all kinds of use cases, for preventive maintenance, for quick fixes, for bringing service technicians to buildings, if you want to value the asset, if you want to sell the asset.
Customers play a key part in keeping data and buildings secure, because essentially security is about human behaviour. But for us, it's about empowering our customers in knowing where they begin that security journey. So cyber hygiene is that first step, knowing where your assets are, knowing where your endpoints are, knowing the status and health condition of those assets. Do they need to be quarantined? Have they been compromised? And empowering our customers with the tools and technologies that we've developed here gives them the ability to defend against potential threats and gives them the knowledge of understanding the enterprise risk for them.
Reactive security could be considered as responding to an incident or threat, but only after you understand what the incident or threat is. Proactive security is a greater insight to what might be occurring before it occurs, so you can get a faster response time from your security divisions. Specifically, what we use in Johnson Controls is artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data analytics to better understand what's happening in your environment.
So within Johnson Controls, we have a number of different platforms that build on top of that. The first is our Johnson Controls Digital Vault. That's really the platform that brings in all the data, structures it, makes it coherent. On top of that, then you can actually start to do the data analytics. And from that data analytics, then we can branch off into a number of different areas. So proactive enterprise management is the buzzword at the moment. Most buildings and smart buildings are moving to adopt and use that. And that is where you have this continuous management of the cycle inside the building, be it for performance or energy An example of that from Johnson Controls is Johnson Controls Enterprise Management, where you can manage a single building or an entire portfolio across the planet.
Johnson Controls plans to stay ahead of that changing curve that we see, or this technology curve that we see coming at us, by investing heavily in digital transformation. So we have created a digital solutions business unit in Johnson Controls with its sole purpose is to understand those changes in technology and how do we harvest all of that data and that digital transformation. How do we help clients on the digital transformation journey in buildings, in security? How do we leverage all that technology that's emerging and put it to economical use? And so for us, that's a constant challenge. It's our daily challenge that we do, but it's one that we really enjoy. It's very exciting. It is a new frontier. We're a company that's been around for more than 100 years, so we've stood the test of time. But for us, this is the next generation. And so we're investing heavily in it. We understand it is the way the world is moving. It is what our big clients are looking for us to solve. And we're working at pace to bring solutions for all of those needs in digital transformation.
So, successfully living together, let's really live together, working and living hand in hand, protecting our planet, being sustainable, being smart, secure. I think these are all key aspects. And by the way, the images you saw in this video, it's our corporate headquarters in Cork. Anybody who wants to visit that building for a smart technology building, you're more than welcome to join us there, more than welcome to ask questions. I hope I gave you a little bit of insight how we could really make our planet safer, smarter and more secure. And with that, I'd like to thank you.
Yeah. So much for joining us today and for such an interesting presentation. And thank you also for agreeing to answer a few questions. Now, AI is especially topical right now, but is AI a word of the future or is it already here?
Good question. I think it's already there. I mean, when you look at cameras today, and you saw some of the videos, it's there. We are using AI, not in the way which is the power of it is, but we're kind of just starting to use it. The most important topic is human beings and AI need to work together. Let's not forget the human beings, because intelligence is artificial. Together with us as a human being, it makes it a complete world.
You also mentioned sustainability. Do you think that security and sustainability have common touch points?
I do. And again, a great question. And I do believe that security will be taking part and taking care of sustainability. It's about sustainability. It's about sustainable security. It's about protecting the environment, protecting the supply chain. And I think that goes hand in hand. And you see those websites of companies, we're all having these tasks to build a green future. E-mobility is a very important topic. And just a very last example on that, e-vehicles is a dangerous thing because charging an e-vehicle can be dangerous, and their security will take care of it. That's my belief.
And just finally, as you know, the TAPA EMEA membership consists of businesses of all sizes. But are the technologies that you've been highlighting today only relevant to the large global players?
No, I don't think so. I think it depends a little bit on the business model you're driving. So if you're running a small company, for instance, you might not discover everything within AI, but there are small patterns with regards to how do I scale my security level? Do I scale it up or down? And I think it just helps you, especially as a smaller company, it can help you to make your life easier.
Well, Jörg, thank you so much again for your presentation and for answering those questions.
Pleasure.
Thanks for coming into our studio.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.